Welcome bitches, one and all, to my reaction to Season 4, Episode 5 of The Vampire Diaries, The Killer. Now, last time we were introduced to Professor Shane, who originally appeared to be just a simple man who took over Bonnie's grandmother's lectures. However, as the story progressed, we found out that he knew that she was a practitioner, i.e. a witch, and it seems like he has some other supernatural knowledge as well. However, right at the end, it was also revealed that not only does he have all of this knowledge, but he was the one who originally sent Connor to Mystic Falls to deal with the vampire problem. Now, as the story progressed, we started to understand that the tattoo on Connor is a map to a cure for vampirism, which still a bit skeptical. We'll see where that goes. I've learned not to trust things for their face value in the Vampire Diaries, because who knows, it could just be a gun. You know what I mean? Like, you never know what these things mean, so we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I'm very excited to explore it and to see where the story goes. So with that said, let's jump back in to the world of the Vampire Diaries. Okay, Connor's truck, I don't know what you call it. So he's been sent back to
Any idea what I've been through?
Whose head is that?
I could have used some of this occult professor knowledge of yours.
Oh my Christ.
Why do you think I sent you to Mystic Falls?
There's no shortage of vampires. That town's practically infested.
So it is what I thought.
Listen,
this was his original plan.
witch.
Just send him somewhere infested just so that they can get the mark unlocked.
I want her to be kept out of harm's way.
Why is Bonnie
Anybody
important
gets
to the
in my
plan?
way, anybody, they're dead.
I have been wondering, because obviously Bonnie does have a long line of ancestors. I've been wondering, was this witch who originally created the mark a Bennett, part of Bonnie's bloodline? Because then it would make sense that you would need her to get into the tomb. If it is like a tomb that's holding this cure, surely maybe the map will lead there, but surely you still need the key to get in. So perhaps is that why he wants Bonnie?
The less I know about it, the better.
Interesting. So he does seem to have some kind of moral compass, but his wanting of this cure is overriding that. Oh my god.
Do I have your attention? Good.
Jesus Christ.
Now let's talk about vampires.
Oh. I mean, if he's got his ring on, does a vampire hunter count as a supernatural being? They're imbued by magic, so you would think so.
Dear Diary, I know it's been a while.
It has been a while.
I haven't needed...
Oh.
I haven't wanted to write this stuff down.
God, what a throwback.
I feel hopeless, depressed, angry.
Oh my
But most
darling.
of all, I'm scared.
If I can get it, Elena can be human again. I can give her back her life.
This whole thing with the cure, it just sounds too good to be true. Like, why would there just suddenly be a cure in existence? Why does that exist? Who made it? Because Esther didn't know about it, and Esther was the original person who came up with, well, not necessarily came up. We don't know how she sort of came around the spell that created the vampires. I assume she like combined different spells together to create one huge one that made them into these monsters. But she didn't know about this cure, or else she would have talked about it in regards to not having to kill her children. So how does this work?
He took the hybrid's head, which means he wants werewolf toxin.
Which means he plans to stay in Mystic Falls to kill vampires.
Which is a pity, as I'm half the world away digging up a dead hunter.
Oh, I'm so dumb. Sorry, guys. It takes me a few minutes to like recall all of the events of a previous episode because my memory is a bit fucked. So apologies. I remember what he's digging up.
You trust Damon with the cure? I imagine he prefers Elena the way she is.
True.
But I trust Damon a hell of a lot more than I trust you.
And I trust no one.
I don't know. I don't know what.
Which is why my sister is lying daggered in a box.
I don't know what Damon's opinion would be.
Really? Jeremy, you're half an hour late. Get here now.
Matt.
Oh, it just assumed. I mean, aren't you guys kind of like a thing?
Rebecca and I are not a thing. Trust me.
Oh no.
That's the least of your problems.
What do you want with these three? Using them as bait?
Where's Stefan?
Okay, good morning to you too. Why would he be dodging you?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the hot, sweaty dance party business? I figured you spilled your guilty little guts the minute I left last night. Well, you didn't tell him, did you?
Oh no.
I didn't tell him that I got high on blood like some crackhead and then dirty danced with you. It was a mistake, okay? I wasn't myself, and besides...
Or were you more yourself than you've been in a while? You never know.
Classic shame spiral.
I'm not in a shame spiral.
Oh, you so are. Newbie vampire remorse?
I'm not in a shame spiral, Damon.
Yes, you are. Like, Elena, you were literally talking this morning about how you were so depressed, and you keep talking about how it was a mistake and you shouldn't have done it and you were some crackhead high on blood. Like, of course you're feeling shame right now. It's only natural to feel shame, and then being a vampire and your emotions heightened. Like, come on, my darling, you just gotta be honest with yourself.
She has everything to do with this. Her and her father.
I've never seen you before in my life.
But you kids need to get some vervain. And don't just wear it as a bracelet when anybody can just take it off.
Yeah, I've always thought that.
Every vampire that comes for you is another one I get to kill.
He didn't message Elena. Does he not know about Elena? I thought he did.
Connor's strong, but he's not gonna be able to take all of us.
I called in the hybrids to help too. If we're killing him, I want in.
He's got Jeremy. I'm going.
Listen, nobody is going anywhere until I figure out what we're walking into.
Until you figure it out?
Yep.
Is that where you been all morning? Out buying bossy pants?
It'd be pretty dumb to walk into one, especially if he has werewolf venom.
Does he?
He's had it before.
Stefan, it's just when you're trying to play two sides, it's impossible. It's all going to come out. They're going to be pissed at you, and it's all going to blow up in your face. Like, if you truly think that this is going to be a good thing for Elena, be fucking honest about it. And say what you're doing. Say about the cure. Tell everyone what's going on, you know? Like, I just hate when they keep secrets in this show, because it always ends up that not only will it blow up in Stefan's face, but the likelihood is that it will have a very negative impact on Stefan, and it will have the opposite impact than he was hoping. However, all of that being said, at this very point in time, I agree with Stefan in that even though his concern is that they want to kill Connor, and that's why, but what he's saying is correct. There will be traps in place, and you need to figure out what you're walking into.
Tell her Jeremy's life is in danger. Maybe that'll bring her out of retirement.
I mean, maybe it will push her a little bit, because I assume all of this is a mental block.
All right, no cell phones and no internet during witch therapy. Here, this is yours.
You bastard.
I got this in Australia when I was backpacking with these Aborigine spirit guides.
Hopefully this doesn't
It's
knock
better when
Bunny
you
out.
smoke it, but I'm trying to be a role model. Listen, the thing is, what I have in mind might come off as a little unorthodox.
Interesting.
Now I'm officially curious.
We practicing some dark magic here?
You're afraid to practice magic because those witch spirits convinced you. It's wrong.
It's a mental
They
block.
threatened your grams and they made you feel guilty.
I don't think hypnosis would work. Witches are naturally immune to any sort of manipulation.
Really? Well, let me ask you something. Would you like to put that earring back on?
Huh? Huh? Ugh. That's creepy, bro.
I can only make out the voices.
How many hostages?
3. But Elena, it's Matt and April Young.
What?
Those two idiots are like danger magnets. Best case scenario is now you're a hostage. Worst case scenario, he figures you out, kills you on the spot.
Yeah.
Stop treating me like I can't handle myself.
Elena, there's a difference between not being able to handle yourself and being stupid. Like, you have a tendency to not listen to people when they're trying to protect you, and then you go in full guns blazing and end up needing saving. Do you know what I mean? Like, Elena has a track record, so I don't know if this is a good idea, because like Damon said, surely if this guy has, for instance, say he had like bottled vervain in like a spray form. Elena walks up to him and tries to exchange herself for the hostages. Just a simple little spray and seeing that it burns her will completely show that she's a vampire. Like, there's so many easy ways to do it. So I don't think that that is a good idea in any way.
Bang, you're dead.
Headshot's no
Oof.
good. It has to be the heart. So now you're dead.
For someone that doesn't want to be like me, you sure are good at it.
Oof.
If anything happens to him.
We'll get him out. I promise.
What is that? The vampire venom?
He's clearly delusional.
Hybrid venom?
Did he say anything to you about why he's doing this?
I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe I just can't remember.
I was going to say, I think the whole idea with the compelling has really pissed Jeremy off.
We'll get into that. First, take a look at my handiwork. Pick up some tips from the hunter's trade.
I'm concerned because this guy literally said that Jeremy has the potential to become a vampire hunter. And if this guy dies, we know based on history that when they die, it like passes on to the next one. So if he dies, will it go to Jeremy? And then this innate wanting to kill vampires will seep in, because him being compelled by Klaus to forget everything is only going to move him more towards like being so pissed off with vampires and all of that shit. Like, Jeremy's been through a lot of things that would turn anyone against vampires.
The more it grows, and once it's complete, I'll know my story, and all this will have meant something.
Get up! Move!
You'll before you think about any other exits, I got every door rigged. Got it?
At least if Stefan's listening to that conversation, he knows that every door's rigged.
We need someone who draws fire. The hybrids are immune to it, so they're our best bet.
Well, how are you sure he even has werewolf in him? Why is Klaus involved, Stefan?
Elena?
I am telling you the truth. This is the best way to get everyone out.
Okay, what is with you two? We're wasting time.
Elena knows something's up here.
Screw your plan.
Obviously, so does Damon.
Stefan!
Oh, Stefan. Oh, Stefan, you have fallen.
Stefan, I'm barely holding it together. If Jeremy gets hurt...
Hey, Jeremy, okay?
No.
I promise you. Elena, listen to me. Listen to me. This is the most important thing that I have ever asked you to do. I just need you to trust me.
I can't agree with any of this when there's lies involved.
Bad idea.
Who are you?
Who the hell are you?
Caroline.
Oh, you're Tyler's girl. Told me about you. I'm Haley.
Awkward.
Haley, that's pretty crazy because I haven't heard a thing about you.
Oh, God.
I don't do teen drama. Take it up with Ty. Excuse me. Dean, you don't need to do this.
Stay out of this, Haley. I'm going. Just listen to her, man. It's suicide.
So he's the one being sent.
Klaus asked for something, you do it.
Siren.
Look.
Siren? Sire.
You think you can stand up to Klaus? Prove it.
Tyler, don't.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I hope you're not causing problems.
I can do whatever I want. I'm not sired to you anymore.
Fair enough. Although I do happen to know your little secret about your time in Appalachia. What was your friend's name? Haley, was it?
You bastard.
I kept that to myself.
I forgot about the super hearing. She just heard all of that. Oh, my darling.
Do whatever the hell you want.
That's it?
Tyler, you coward. You coward. To just walk out the room when she's standing there.
What is that?
There used to be an exit to the old wine cellar.
The tunnels. Oh.
They bricked it over.
Is Elena about to like punch through? Matt, careful about noise. Oh, well, at least you're leading Stefan to the right location.
There's no sign of anyone.
Bro, you're about to die a gruesome death. I know you are.
Some of them, they're my friends.
I had a friend like that once. She got turned by this vampire was hunting. He thought it'd be ironic.
What happened to her?
Did he kill her?
I didn't want to hurt her.
But you had to.
She promised that she would keep it under control, but vampire's like a loaded gun. Eventually it's gonna go off.
The way that he described it earlier, it seems as though it's like an innate, I have to kill vampires. I don't think it's necessarily in their control, which has me so terrified for if this mark does go to Jeremy. Because if it does, he's going to want to kill Elena, Stefan, Damon. Like, it's going to completely ruin every relationship he has. And, I don't want to keep going on about it because for all I know, it won't happen and he won't get this mark and I'm just like going on about something stupid. But it just feels like such a good setup from the show to have this whole story where when you have the potential to become a hunter, once they die, it goes to you. And they've got this hunter with Jeremy who has the potential, and Jeremy's already been shown to have some issues with vampires and that he's been compelled in the past and it pisses him off. Like, they're just really, it feels like they're really leading us to that point. So I feel like it's inevitable.
So you killed your own friend?
Listen,
Wow.
if you're gonna be like me, you need to understand. Vampires kill humans. Hunters kill vampires. We got company.
I kind of don't even want to look at the screen right now because I know this guy's going to die a very bad death. I mean, he's a thingy, so that won't affect him. Unless he's put the vein in his... Oh my god. Holy shit. Fuck. Oh. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have looked. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have looked. Holy shit. Oh, that was awful. That's one of the worst deaths we've seen. Growing. Yep. How far is it? Because we know it only goes to the chest. So is he almost done?
Connor, you don't have to do this. Stefan?
Jeremy's on the pressure plate.
Stefan, call me. There was an
Fuck.
explosion at the grill. I need to know what's happening.
You know what I would do? As Stefan, I would kill Jeremy. This is all relying on the fact that he has his ring on. I think he does, but if he does have his ring on, I would kill Jeremy so that he dies through a supernatural death and then like fucking leg it or something. He took your ring?
He took your ring?
The bastard.
He's either made a deal with Klaus or he's compelled.
Then I need to get in there.
No, Elena, this guy's dangerous.
So am I, Damon.
Oh. Oh. I love that. This guy's dangerous, so am I.
I can give you the truth. Just put down the gun and let Jeremy go.
I'm so not used to Elena having these abilities, bro.
He's the only family that I have left.
I will shoot the boy right in front of her.
Come on, Elena.
1, 2.
Nice, Elena! Fuck him up! Jeremy, shit! Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Nice. Stefan. But yeah, where's Jeremy? Is he alright?
You don't have to hide it. I know you're not gonna hurt me. He said I was like him because I could see his tattoo.
His what?
His hunter's mark.
Here we go.
It's invisible to everyone but me.
Why did Stefan not tell Elena?
Apparently I was with Connor all day yesterday, but I can't remember. Someone compelled me.
I think I know who.
Oh.
Better back off, Damon.
Why? Because Klaus wants him alive?
This has nothing to do with Klaus. You're just gonna have to trust me on that.
Don't want to.
Well, yeah, he's not going to.
Run as fast as you can. You're not gonna kill him.
Why are you protecting him? Tell me.
Damon? Damon?
Connor's tattoo is the key to a cure. A cure for what? For her. For Elena.
Klaus told you there's a cure for vampirism?
Yeah. And if Connor dies, then we'll lose it forever.
Thing is, I've been thinking about this a lot. Damon never wanted to become a vampire without Catherine. He was becoming a vampire out of love and wanting to be with her. So after finding out that treachery and then wanting to kill himself, wanting to not complete the transition, and Stefan then forced it upon him, Damon's had to live this life for 150 years. And while it seems as though he's happy being a vampire and that's who he is, I don't know if he necessarily wouldn't take a cure if it was there. I don't know that he wouldn't want to become a human again. Like, he's been through so much pain, and you think about his experience with Rose and how Rose said as she was dying how much she missed being human. You never know how much all of this has affected Damon and whether it would make him want to seek the cure himself. So we'll see. Ugh. Ugh. God, I hate it. Someone else gonna find him. Elena.
Look at you. So worried about your brother.
Elena, careful.
You missed.
Nice. Oh. Oh, fuck. This is what happens, Stefan, when you don't tell people the truth. Maybe if Elena knew that there was a cure, she herself would not want to kill the man. But you didn't tell her, so she's gone and done it now, and that's that whole plan fucked.
I bet that you can light this candle as easily as I can sign my name.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Can't or don't want to?
You can't. It's only because you're afraid.
Yeah.
You're stronger than they are. Say it. I don't have to be afraid.
I don't have to be afraid.
Now close your eyes.
No matter what his intentions are, I'm glad that Bonnie's getting some help on this front. I just hope he doesn't use her.
Guess it wasn't good enough.
Fuck. Oh, I don't know.
Go off, Bonbon. Well done, my darling. Shit.
Elena.
My darling.
I should bury him.
Aww.
Don't. You said that I could trust you, Stefan.
Elena, it's complicated.
No, it's not complicated, Damon. You told me to kill him, so I did.
You're my sweetheart.
I killed someone.
This was unfortunately inevitable, but it doesn't make it easier to watch. My darling. I'm honestly just really pissed off with Stefan at the end of the day because it's happened so many times in life and in this show where keeping a secret from someone it just backfires. It never goes to plan. Like, if Elena had known about this, maybe she wouldn't have gone and killed the guy, but she didn't know about this. So, like, it's just so frustrating. Pisses me off when secrets result in things like this because it's just not needed.
I can't believe Dean's gone. We could have saved him.
Also, Tyler, you're pissing me off.
I keep waiting for you to make up some dumb story, so at least I can call you a liar. Is that now?
I'll let you two talk.
Thank you. How big of you?
Oof.
You have to understand.
No, you don't tell me what I have to do.
Yeah.
I cried like an idiot, and this whole time you've been keeping a secret from me about falling for some werewolf in the Appalachians?
I never fell for her.
Then what happened?
Haley was there for me. She helped me get through it, but nothing else happened.
Then why would Klaus think that?
Because I'd rather him think that than know the truth.
What?
There are other hybrids that need to be set free. But if Klaus found out about what we're trying to do, he'd kill us all.
If that's all true, then I will let it go. But I wasn't a fan of earlier when Tyler ended the phone call and just left Caroline standing there. That was fucked up.
Yeah, and we had to stop by Tyler Lockwood's house because we had to see Caroline. We talked to her for a little bit, but now I was thinking maybe we could all go get some coffee.
Oh, my darling.
Did you drop this?
Oh, that's not mine.
You sure? Here, let me see your wrist.
Vervain. Because, like, yeah, sometimes you do need to compel people to forget, and it was probably better off for her own mental state for her to forget that day, but still, it's not nice knowing that people that you care about and call friends are vulnerable to just being so easily manipulated. So, good on Jeremy there. Tattoo.
What?
Tattoo. Tattoo!
Nothing.
Oh, Jeremy, you are fucked. You are fucked. Oh, I'm so excited. But this is going to cause so many issues. So many issues. Like, if this genuinely is what we think it is and it compels someone, like not vampire compel, but like just normal English language compels someone to kill vampires, he's fucked.
Thanks for not saying anything to Elena.
About what? A cure that we don't have, can't find, and probably doesn't exist? You're welcome.
She doesn't need to know that she killed her chance of being human again.
Yeah, that would hit her even harder.
I believe every word he said.
Well, I'll remain a skeptic for now.
Same.
I'd be happy to go on a suicide mission with you for a potentially non-existent cure. No problem.
Yet a couple hours ago, you were ready to rip my heart out.
He would never have done it.
Why do you want to cure her?
What kind of question is that?
Legitimate one. You want to cure her because she's a vampire and she's not cut out to be, or you can't love her if she is one?
Ooh, good question.
I'll always love her, but she's not supposed to be this person.
I'm fine with her either way, brother. So if I do this, I'm doing it for you.
Interesting hearing both of their perspectives on that.
I used to think the worst feeling in the world was losing someone you love, but I was wrong. The worst feeling is the moment that you realize you've lost yourself.
True. To be scared of your own self is, ugh. Huh? Huh? What's going on here? What the fuck's going on here? Huh? Oh god, she's fucking hallucinating. Oh my darling. What the fuck? What? What? Why? So yes, there we have season 4, episode 5 of The Vampire Diaries. And what an explosive episode to say the least. Connor is dead. Elena is having hallucinations. Elena killed someone for the first time. Jeremy is now a vampire hunter. Bonnie is uncovering her magic. Like, Jesus Christ, what an episode. Let's start with the Jeremy side of things, because that's what I'm most excited for, because based on what Connor was describing, it seems as though once this mark gets to you, you start like proper hating vampires and you want to kill them. It's like you have a desire to kill them. So Jeremy, of all people, getting this mark, that's scary, because how far will this compulsion of wanting to kill vampires go? Will it go past your love for your sister? Will it go past your feelings towards Stefan and Damon? Will you actually just want to kill these people? Because if so, my God, what is going to happen with his relationship with everyone? Is he just going to have to move away? Like, I can't see, if that is true, I can't see him living in this town with everyone peacefully. Like, it's just going to be that Jeremy's going to have to move away. If he does that, like, are they going to have to kill him? Like, you never know. Just fucking sucks. Now, moving on, we have the side story of the episode, which was Bonnie uncovering her magic again. This guy, what was his name? Professor Shane, was it? I felt like it was Shane. He seems like a good enough guy. He's helping Bonnie. But when he was talking, because the whole Bonnie thing, I don't know if he's doing it for another reason, because it seems as though he wants Bonnie's magic for some reason, but we'll wait and see on that front. But when he was talking to Connor and he said, the less I know, the better, it seems as though he had some kind of moral consciousness, moral compass. I don't know what I'm saying, but he seemed to have some kind of moral complex. That's what I was looking for. A moral complex where he doesn't want to kill these vampires, but his wanting this cure is more important than that, which I find very interesting. I wonder why he wants the cure. Does he know someone that is a vampire that he's trying to save from it? Like, what is his game plan here? That's what I'm very curious about. But yeah, glad that Bonnie actually got some help, no matter what his intentions are, because we've needed our girl back. But yes, moving on from there, we have, let's just dive into Elena, because holy fuck, Nina Dobrev is such an amazing actress. I'm surprised she's not in more things, to be honest, because she really portrays, what's the word I'm looking for? She portrays sorrow and guilt really, really well. Like, you properly feel like you've just watched someone kill someone and then immediately regret it with such real emotion. And that is the sign of a great actress. And just watching Elena go through that, it was inevitable. We all knew it was coming. There was no way that Elena was going to go her whole life as being a vampire without killing someone. It seems like it's just something that you have to go through. But that did not make it any easier to watch her immediate reaction to what she had done. And when she like started going on this rampage in her head of like, I've got to bury him, I've killed this man, I need to go and bury him, because then like you bury people when they die, and I've got to respect him by burying him. And then as Stefan and Damon approached her, the slow realization that she killed him, she is the reason he's dead. Like, what a brutal thing to witness. But just once again, fucking hell, well done, Nina, because that was beautifully acted. Now, I'm still pissed off at Stefan. I feel a bit torn, because like, I don't know if he should have told her, if he shouldn't have told her. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I feel. I just know that if he had told her the truth, at the end of the day, Elena wouldn't have killed this man. At the end of the day, Elena might still have access to a cure that she might want. Like, I just feel like this is all blown up in everyone's faces because Stefan kept it a secret. But I don't know if I can necessarily blame him for keeping a secret. What I can blame him for is staking Rebecca. I'm still pissed off at that, and I'm not happy with Stefan for that. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm leaning more towards being annoyed at Stefan than understanding him, because I just don't think this was necessary. But yes, anyway, I believe that covers everything I wanted to talk about, so let's move on to Patreon questions. Right, first up, what did you think about Stefan and Damon's talk about the cure and how Stefan thinks Elena is not supposed to be this person and he doesn't want her to be this person, whereas Damon is cool with her either way? I think that it's an interesting thing to talk about, because you could say that Damon loves her more because he will love her either way. But then you could also say that Stefan loves her more because he cares about how she feels within herself and that she isn't happy in this form and would want to be human again. Like, it depends on how you perceive how they're showing their love. But it definitely felt more icky on Stefan's side. It definitely felt more like Stefan doesn't want her to be a vampire. But that being said, I don't think that's fair, and I don't think that's true. I do think that Stefan is looking out for Elena's best interests, and I think they're just showing their love in different ways. Stefan is showing it by wanting what's best for Elena in any way, shape, or form, and Damon is showing it by saying that he will love her in any way. No matter what she is, no matter who she is, he will love her. So I think it's just a matter of perspective on that one. But yes, moving on. Next up, Elena's first kill, and it wasn't the case of bloodlust. Damon can't see her crying, but he also can't comfort her because he isn't her boyfriend. He tried to defend Stefan and ask her to trust him. What do you think is Damon's role in this? Is Stefan and Elena's lack of communication affecting them much more than ever before? I'll talk about the first part, where what is Damon's role in this. I think that Damon is actually doing really well for him. Like, Damon a lot of the time can be quite hot-headed, and he can have a thought in his mind and just go through with it without thinking about the consequences, which has blown up in his face a lot of the times. But right now, I think we're seeing one of the best instances of Damon that we have ever seen. Like, he's truly just trying to be there for Elena and do what's best for Elena, while also not taking any shit from Stefan and trying to uncover the truth, because it's just so frustrating that Stefan's had to keep this from them, because he hadn't had to keep this from them. He thought that it was best, but it's all just blown up in his face. So in terms of Damon's role in all this, it sucks that he can't be there for Elena and he can't comfort her. But to then move on to the second part of the question, their lack of communication is working in Damon's favor if you consider Damon wanting to be with Elena. Like, Stefan just... My opinion of all of this is that Stefan did not have to keep this a secret. It was a choice that he made because he thought that it was what was best. I don't necessarily think that it was what was best. I can't know for sure, because unfortunately you can't know different timelines. I don't know what would have happened if Stefan had just outright told Damon and Elena, but given that Damon said that he loves Elena either way, it's not a matter of he prefers her as a vampire, I would see Damon as a very neutral party in all of this and just doing what everyone else wants, because he doesn't really care. He will happily see Elena as a human or a vampire, and he won't give a shit either way. So it's more so what everyone else wants. And I just think that he didn't give Damon enough credit in that regard. And so when you now consider Elena's point of view, if Elena knew about this, yes, she would have still wanted to save her brother no matter what, and she would have put her life above her brother, absolutely, but she wouldn't have gone and killed him at the end like she did, and it would have spared her a lot of remorse as well. So I just think that Stefan's being stupid in keeping this from her, and I don't think it was necessary. And I wouldn't say that their lack of communication is affecting them much more than ever before, because I feel like we've had this before. I feel like we've had this before a few times where secrets are being kept between Stefan and Elena, between each other, and it's just blowing up in their faces every time, and it's just not needed. So I don't know where they're going to go from here. We will have to just wait and see. But yes, moving on. Do you think that Elena's lack of trust and anger towards Stefan is what it is, just miscommunication, or is it just an excuse for something else? Interesting. That's such an interesting point of view, that she would be using this, subconsciously of course, that she would be using this as an excuse to let her feelings out. I'm not sure. Because obviously we saw last episode that Elena does agree with a lot of things that Damon says, and even though that scares her, she does agree with it, and she has those feelings herself. So for all we know, this could be both. It could be that she is pissed off about miscommunication and him not telling her the truth, but that it's also allowing her other feelings that she's been having to bubble over. I didn't really think of that point of view, so thank you for asking that. That's kind of changed my perspective on how she was behaving in that scene. But yes, moving on. Why do you think Elena didn't tell Stefan of her dance with Damon? Is her justification plausible? I think that she didn't tell Stefan because she was... Embarrassed is the wrong word. I do think there was a bit of embarrassment in there as well, but I think she felt guilty about having this dance with Damon specifically, because I feel like she was feeling guilty within herself because she did let herself go, and in letting herself go, she had so much joy just diving into her vampirism and being with Damon, that when she came to and went back to her more controlled self, she felt guilty because obviously she's with Stefan and she chose Stefan over Damon, and she doesn't want this to continuously be a thing going on, and she doesn't want to hurt Stefan by suddenly liking Damon again. But I think that she just needs to be honest with herself and realize what she really wants, who she really is, because she was describing to Damon that the dance that they had was something that she felt ashamed about and that she had lost control, and that wasn't her. But the definition of losing control is that you're being your true self. Like, you've let the defenses down. You're being you. And I think that she just needs to take a hard, cold look inside and think about what she wants. But given these fucking death hallucinations that she's having. I guess we'll wait to see when that development will begin. But yes, moving on. Do you think the hunter Connor is someone we could reason with, as Jeremy tried to tell him that not all vampires are bad? The way that I've understood him describing these vampire hunters is that you can't reason with them. It sounds as though it's something that they can't control. It's like a vampire's lust for blood. They have a lust and a need to kill vampires. That's why I'm a bit scared for Jeremy, because even though he loves his sister so much, he's a vampire hunter now. It's ingrained within him. Will he just try and kill her? I don't know. We're just going to have to see, but it does genuinely sound like it's something that they can't control. So do I think they could reason with him? No. I think that they could have come to a compromise and they could have found the cure with him, but I don't think that they could ever have reasoned with him. Now, moving on, and finally, does Connor's unyielding opinion towards vampires and lack of getting solid answer from Dr. Shane make him a good hunter? Interesting question. I think no, because actually, no, you could say yes. I think it's a point of view thing, because I would think no, because if you're completely just shutting yourself off to any possibility of a good vampire, a vampire on your side who you could use to kill other vampires that they want dead, that could be a plausible good relationship. But then you could also say that not having any trust towards vampires and just straight up wanting to kill every vampire you see, you could say that that makes a good hunter in of its own right, because you won't hesitate. You're not going to stand there and not shoot the gun. You're just going to do it. So I think it's a matter of perspective. I feel like it makes you not as smart of a hunter, but it definitely gives you better survival instincts, because you're not going to listen to what a vampire has to say. You're just going to chop their head off. But yes, anyway, there we have it. Episode 5 of season 4 of the Vampire Diaries. We're getting off to a cracking start. We've got so many good storylines to explore. This whole thing with Elena, what's going on? Is this some kind of supernatural element that's making her have these hallucinations? Or is it simply her own mind and that she's breaking because of all of the guilt that she's feeling from killing him? We also have the Jeremy storyline to explore, which again, fucking exciting, because if he becomes a vampire hunter surrounded by all these vampires, that is a very dangerous combination to have. So very excited to explore that as well. But yes, with that said, thank you very much for watching. I've left a link down below to my Patreon. Be able to find the early and uncut reactions to the Vampire Diaries and all the other shows that I do. I've also left a link to my Twitch, my Discord, and my socials, so be sure to follow them if you are interested. And Jess, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.